Hi, this is Snow City Tarot, and I'm here with a pick a card reading. I'm actually going to be having a pick a stone reading here, and the corresponding card piles will be down in the description box. But today's topic is going to be what unexpected blessings are coming in April 2021. So this isn't going to be focusing on any one topic, but it will be focusing on whatever comes up. So it's okay if none of these resonate or more than one resonates. You can always pick a different pile if you think that it's not for you. And if you want, you can actually get a private reading with me for as low as $10 on my Etsy shop, so you can actually get something that is personalized for you. So today I have 5 piles, or 5 options, 5 stones, and they are: option 1 is yellow calcite, option 2 is hematite, option 3 is amazonite, option 4 is rose quartz, and option 5 is the peacock ore. So I want you to take a deep breath, close your eyes, take a moment. You can pause the video if you want. And I want you to ask your gods, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, whatever you use for divine guidance. It could just be the universe that you're asking. And you want to ask it, what unexpected blessings are there out there for me in April 2021? And take a deep breath and then open your eyes, and you can pick one of these options here that stands out to you the most. And it's okay if you pick the wrong one. Don't get upset. You can always pick another one and see if that resonates as well. Sometimes we do choose the wrong options. That's okay. That's how intuition goes. It's kind of fluid like that. It's not always on point. That's okay. We're human. So you can always pick a different pile if it doesn't resonate, or like I said, you can get a private reading with me. So anyway, go ahead and pick your option, and I will start with group 1 here. This is yellow calcite. Hi, group 1. This is for those of you that have have picked the yellow calcite. So yellow calcite represents, or can not represent, but is kind of connected to the sign of Pisces and Sagittarius. So if that resonates for you, it does. This is pretty good stone for clearing self-doubt. Helps you with learning and memory and motivation and drive. And it also is, you can tell by the color here, it's yellow. So it also represents the solar plexus chakra. So I don't know if that resonates for you, but perhaps you might want to look up the solar plexus chakra and see if there's something you can do to maybe enhance that if it's weak right now. So maybe that's a sign that you might need to do some work on that. So, with that out of the way, I'm going to read these cards here. I also have the Magic Oracle book, and I have my charms here as well. So we'll be looking into any extra messages a little bit when I'm reaching the end of this here. So we'll look at the other messages. I also have my clarifiers here too. So, group 1. What unexpected blessings are you going to be seeing in April 2021. So I pulled the magic card here. So I get a strong feeling that some of you are into the law of attraction, or kind of like that, like attracts like, vibration attracts vibration. You draw in what you give out, that sort of thing. Whether or not you're even consciously aware of it, I feel like you could be doing this as well. For some of you, I think you guys are straight up doing like witchcraft, spell work, and that's okay. I'm picking up this heavy manifestation vibe, and I feel like I don't feel like this is bad either. I feel like for a lot of you, you're kind of like, you do like lighter magic, I'll just say that, or gray, somewhere in between. But it kind of looks like that to me, that you guys have been working on this. And maybe you started this a while ago. Maybe this is an affirmation journal, or maybe this is a like a spell jar, like those like honey jar, sugar bowl, or something like that. Because I'm seeing that this is kind of related to relationships here, or if not relationships, well, I'm really not seeing anything other than relationships, actually. So I really, and it's because the Lover's here, and Lover's here is in the past position. So this was like a connection that you could have had with somebody else. It could be a romantic, it could be a friend, it could be an enemy too. Just people that you're not really getting along with. And when the Three of Cups came out in reverse here, I was like, okay, this is a social problem. Because I'm getting the vibe that there's some kind of void between you and another person. And I'm thinking that maybe there's not a lot of open communication, or there's not a lot of, seeing eye to eye. I'm seeing like an emotional connection here. So it's kind of, either it inspires some kind of emotional reaction from you, or you guys are somehow emotionally tied to each other. But with this month, I'm seeing that your unexpected blessing is probably something that you did expect. You just didn't expect to actually manifest it like you thought you would. You probably thought it might, oh, maybe this is a long shot. Well, if you've been really putting effort into this in one way or another, it doesn't have to be metaphysical even. It's like if you are slowly planting seeds to make a situation better, this is also manifestation. So, I'm seeing that this might come to fruition for you. And I'm seeing this, though, also with the 6th house. So this could be your coworkers in some cases, but this could also be your open enemies. 6th house on a social level can mean the people that are, you're very aware of don't like you. Unfortunately, 6th house is not a good luck house, and it is a house of strife. So that's why I'm getting this vibe that you're trying to either make amends with somebody else, or you're trying to, soothe a rough situation. I'm seeing, though, that you're putting the effort that you can, all the effort that you can possibly put in to try and make this easier on you, whether it's at work or just within your, social relationships. And that's why I'm seeing express yourself here too, I think. But blame, it says, I accept responsibility for my well-being. And I really think that this is you literally doing that. You are taking responsibility for your well-being, because maybe this person can't control themselves. Maybe they can't watch their mouth. Maybe they keep stepping on your toes. Maybe they keep spreading rumors, or maybe this person and you, just like I said, just don't see eye to eye. And I'm thinking that with this here, saying that you're responsible for your own well-being, I think that this is you doing what you perceive to be the right thing, not causing a fight, not causing a stir. You're trying to soothe the situation through metaphysical means in a way, or like I said, physical means, whatever resonates with you. I'm just seeing that a situation is being soothed through your efforts, and probably your efforts alone. And I think you've been doing this for quite a while, because this was like, oh, what's the method that they're going about trying to attain this? And it's resilience here. So for me, I feel like this is why I think it's like a honey jar or a sugar bowl or whatever. Or just like, real slow manifestations, like every month. Like it's something that you've been building for a while. Maybe you're not somebody who's interested in the really like heavy stuff, the really like heavy duty. You don't do that stuff. You're just trying to do your best by kind of putting that positive intention out there little by little. And I think that and the thing is, because this is kind of little by little, it's kind of slow, I'm thinking that this isn't necessarily going to be like a bang, that's what happened, the situation has resolved. For some of you, it might be. For others, you might start to see a change in behavior, like a positive change. So I think that, like I said, if it's not like smack dab in your face, this is what we're doing, or this is what this person is doing, or this is what they've turned into. I think that you'll at least begin to see the fruits of your labor start to bud, if you will. And that's actually pretty good, because what it is around this time, actually, because I'm recording this on the 24th? I think it's the 24th. Yeah, it looks like the 24th. So, on the 26th, right now, actually, the energy is really shifting, especially when it comes to love, friendship, relationships with other people, because we have a pretty nice, important moon cycle happening right now. We've got a Venus is in Kazemi with the sun. So when Venus is rising back into the sky, it's becoming the morning star. And this usually indicates at least the very beginning stages of a situation regarding friends, love, Venusian things are starting to resolve. And we also have a full moon in Libra, which is also going to really kind of help that move along as well. So I think that this current moon cycle is definitely going to be helping you achieve this, and that's why you're going to be seeing it in April. So with that said, I'm going to take some of my Charmy Charms. Any other messages for group 1? Hopefully you don't hear this much. Okie dokie. What do I see here? I see a weird little moon. I see a fairy. Maybe you guys can see these. I got a fairy. I've got an American bald eagle, a bouquet, and this is, I don't think this is meant to be in there. I think that's a junk piece. Actually, I think it's, oh, you know what this is? This opens the back of a phone. I don't know, maybe there's some symbolism. I'll keep it. You never know, synchronicities. So I've got this little rose here too. So I am seeing bouquet and rose are very good symbols here for, reuniting with a friend. I think that it's also, very good socially in general. If you're trying to increase your social standing, I think it's very beneficial. I think that we got the moon here as well. So there's some aspect, some sort of message here in your intuition, your emotional states, and even your creativity here as well. We got the American bald eagle. So I'm not sure if this doesn't have any traditional symbolism that I have in my mental vocabulary here, this dictionary in my mind for symbolism, but perhaps for some of you, the eagle is relevant here, and fairies as well. Maybe this is something that you've been seeing. Maybe you've been seeing little flecks of light. Maybe these are messages from, a guide of some kind. And then we also have this key here. So maybe this is talking about unlocking your phone, or maybe somebody will call you, because it is a key to the back of the phone to get to the battery and the little chip thing. But maybe that's a sign that you might be getting some kind of communication in some way, or someone's going to unlock their phone or unblock you. Now, I also have my magic oracle book. I'm going to take one thing here for you. One last message for group 1, please. One last message for group 1. Let's see, which one feels good here? I'm not looking. I'm just kind of sensing. I don't think it's on this page. I think it's here. Okay, what's it say? This says, if through the effect we drag the cause, dissect, divide, anatomize, results are lost in loathsome laws, and all the ancient beauty dies. That's Robert Lord Lytton, the artist. And then below that, because it was kind of close, I'll read this one. It's William Shakespeare. It says, truth may seem, but cannot be. Beauty brag, but 'tis not she. True and beauty buried be. And that's William Shakespeare, The Phoenix and the Turtle. So I'll leave this to you. You guys let me know what you think of that. I'm not a literary person. I know a few of you are actually very good with poetry, and I would love to see what your interpretations are on these quotes and whether or not they make sense for your situation, because I think these ones are very specific here. And also, I think if people see me use this book before, you guys will know that I am not great with Old English. So anyway, oops. I want to thank you for watching group 1. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy my content. It keeps my energy going, keeps my channel alive, and my goal is to get to 8,000 subscribers. So if you want to help me out with that, I really appreciate it. And also, if you'd like to get a private reading with me, you can contact me in my Etsy shop. Down in the link below, you can go and I've got readings that start as low as $10 there. So I want to thank you for watching, and I'm going to move on to group 2. Hi, group 2. This is for those of you that picked the hematite stone. So, group 2, the hematite stone, it can represent Aries, and it can also represent Aquarius. Maybe those signs are relevant to you. If not, the hematite stone is actually very good for the root chakra. So this is very important when it comes to things like your security, grounding, balancing. Your sense of safety is very much showing in here. So, and it's interesting because I am getting this vibe, a sort of safety, security, financial vibe in these cards. So I'm wondering if this resonates with you in any way. Let me know. Yeah, you may also, because this is highlighting the root chakra, you may want to see if there's something that you can do to kind of improve that chakra, because it could have a blockage. So that might be something to look into. So I have this charms here, and I've got my magic oracle book. So I'll be pulling those in just a few minutes. So what do I see? So we have opulence, which is really interesting. This whole spread kind of speaks about one general thing and then one really specific thing. And I think that to start, we'll just start with the general. I think that this is something that there's a financial issue. So don't worry about these. This is the past and the present. So right now, it's like when I pulled these cards, I got like this kind of phrase, rock bottom after rock bottom after rock bottom after rock bottom. And maybe that's how you feel because we have this Ten of Swords here. It's possible you guys also have had something that has maybe blown up in your face, or someone has screwed you out of money. But it's like you just can't catch a break when it comes to finances. And I think that it's like and this is why I'm thinking it's rock bottom after rock bottom, because it's like here you have the Ten of Swords, and then here you have the Tower, which can talk about either saving, like fanatically, like for your own security, preparing for the next big problem or the next big hit or something. So this is like your rainy day fund is what you're trying to, shovel money into. And I think for a lot of you, you got a bunch of different reasons for why you want this or why you are saving so, in such a way, such a frantic way, that it could have something to do with school. Is one thing. You might be saving money for school. Maybe you need to save money for books, need to save money for leftover bits of tuition that loans don't cover. For some of you, you just want to go on a vacation. You really need to go on a vacation, and you have maybe been hit one thing after another. It's a car, it's the furnace, it's the boiler, it's like, and that's why you might be kind of like in this crisis mode of like, dear God, if anything else happens, I'm not going to be able to go on this trip, or I'm not going to pay for these books, or I can't go to school, or, one of these things. And so I think your relationship with money is kind of a big deal here. For some of you, I'm wondering if relationship is here. It says, I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So I don't know what exactly relationship wanted to tell me here. I'm going to pull some cards. Can we clarify relationships? I'm wondering if maybe this is some kind of betrayal here, like somebody did screw you out of some large amount of money. Might be a friend, might be somebody closer, but it does look like there might be something going on, because I do have the Knight of Pentacles. This can represent a Virgo, by the way. But this can also mean, slow and steady savings. But with the Five of Wands, we're seeing some kind of conflict here that's not resolving. And it's almost getting a little bit nasty, too, in some cases. So I think that maybe that's kind of the force that you're working against right now. And I think that that's probably why you're fanatically saving. Like, I have to save, I have to save. And especially with balance here, this is interesting because the hematite card can talk about balance, right? Or it's not the hematite card. The stone hematite was also talking about balance and grounding. So I'm wondering if that might be relevant here, because this is the vehicle in which you can make this blessing, or you are making this blessing happening, making this blessing happen. Has to do with balance, equality, sharing, probably also that relationship element here. So there might be somebody else that you have to contend with, that you have to negotiate with. And I think that it's possible, though, that if you do have to negotiate, I do think that it's going to be working in your favor next month. I think the results of that, if you're doing that now, is going to benefit you in April. And the reason that I'm saying this is also because we have the Be Proud card. And this is a kind of a card that the advice to you is to just be proud of what you've achieved. I think that you have been under a lot of stress and you've been working your butt off, and you want to save this money and you want whatever goal this is, whether it's travel, books, or just simply, you know, becoming financially stable. I think that you might find and regain this stability again. And it's wonderful because I see the Queen of Wands here, and this is a Leo card, and then Be Proud, it's got the crown. It's like be proud like a Leo. I think that this is either somebody that's going to be helping you, or it could be representing you here, just doing your very best to stay the course. And with the Six of Swords, I'm seeing an improvement. So there might be you might be, and this is what's funny, is because this actually can mean travel too, because there's a boat here. This can mean travel over water, but it also can mean that situations that you are encountering are improving for the better, and you kind of are able to put this bad energy behind you, and you can actually move forward and do what you want to do. So I'm seeing that you're getting a green light in the month of April, a green light to go, a green light. Yes, you can do this. Yes, you've done the work. Yes, you got this. And I think that you're going to be seeing those benefits come in. So I'm going to pull some charms here. I hope these aren't too loud. I haven't used these with this mic yet. All right. Can we get any last messages for group 2? All right. What do I got here? We have a little tiny angel. How cute. I don't even know where the heck I got this. All right. I have a little tiny angel. I have a bouquet. I have a musical note, a gun. This is an earring back and not something we need in here. Excuse me. We've got the key. We've got the wing. Oh, yeah. Okay, definitely free to go here. Key represents freedom, and so does this wing. This allows you to move and go freely like a bird, right? Libra, relationships again. Relationships. That's so interesting here. I'm wondering if we're looking at the academic part of things, like, are you maybe trying to go to school for law, legal, counseling, relationship counseling? These are kind of Libra themes that you might be seeing. This also might be telling you that the new moon in Libra, which is coming up on the 26th, is going to be kind of setting this off. And this lunation will be lasting up until about the end of April. So this might be saying that this is something that might start to pick up speed before April even comes. So that is something really interesting that I'm seeing there. This is also talking about beauty as well. Luxury is something here, you know, with opulence. So with Libra here, you know, we're talking about Venusian things, which are becoming the theme for this week astrologically. So it does show us that maybe there is something coming in with like finances, or there is going to be some kind of turn of events when it comes to getting some things that are more frivolous, you know. We got the musical note. You know, so maybe some of you are working in the music industry or trying to work in the music industry, or perhaps you're I was going to say perhaps you're an instrument. Who's an oboe out there? I want to hear from my saxophones and oboes. Maybe you're in a symphony or an orchestra, and that's relevant here. We have a gun, so maybe this is talking about accuracy, target practice, maybe firing something quickly, or quick responses, or accuracy. We also have the this little angel earring. this could mean that this is something, maybe this is a message for you guys who believe who believe in guardian angels. I know everybody's different. Everyone has their own crew. So some people believe angels are there. Some people believe in other things. But for some of you, this cherub might be a call out from them. I've got this bouquet as well. And bouquet is actually interesting. It's to talk about gifts. And it can talk about little nice things like, this could be some kind of luxury item that you have your heart set on, or gifts from somebody who's going to be giving it to you. I wonder if for some of you, if this is going to be a relationship thing and a money thing. Because maybe you gain money through a relationship, but this is like a one-on-one relationship. So it'd probably be like, boyfriend, girlfriend, sister, brother, one-on-one, like not sister, brother. Unless they're your bestie. If your brother or sister are your best friends, then that would qualify. But this can just be like clients or people that are, like roommates, stuff like that. So that might be the highlight here. But we also have the chaos symbol. But honestly, I think that this is kind of indicating, actually, is this the chaos symbol? No, it's a snowflake. But I always read this thing as because I think chaos has 8. Yeah, this is like 7. Is chaos the 7th? Or is 8 stars chaos? I don't know. I read it as the chaos symbol. For some of you, maybe it's winter time, but for me, this is kind of really reflecting this tower energy here. And so I'm wondering if, this is trying to tell you that the chaos is going to subside and things are going to improve, and you will have the freedom to go somewhere. If someone asks you to go somewhere, you'll be able to say yes. And that's another thing that we can see with this, is this could be indicating some kind of invitation from somebody to say, hey, are we going? Do you want to go? Let's go. Or like, hey, I want to offer you this money for this trip, or, I'm going to pay for half of it or something. This can be indicating that type of good news as well. So very nice. So let me get you some of these. Let me get you a quote from my Magic Oracle book. So please show me one last message for group 2. All right. I'm not looking. I'm just kind of feeling to see if there's like a weird little like tingle or whatever. I really feel like this is it. Let's see. It says, I know they boast they sold... Whoa, okay. Yeah, sorry. This is Old English. It says, I know they boast, they souls to souls convey. However, they meet. The body is the way. This is William Cartwright, No Platonic Love. I will show you this in a second. Now, I know a lot of you are really good with English, lit, and stuff. So if you guys can explain what the hell this means to me, I would really appreciate it. And then by the top here, I'll read this one too because it was kind of up there as well. It says, Reader, by now you must be sure you know just where we are, deep in symbolic woods. Irony, self-accusation, someone else's suffering. The search is that of art. And this is William Matthews, The Search Party. So these are messages for you guys. However, like I said, if you guys can do me a favor and hang on, let me see if can I get this here? Okay. Do me a favor and try to make sense of this for me because I'm not the best, especially with Old English. Let's see here. Can I get a better shot here for you? Oh, it's giving me a hard time here. Can I? Maybe you can take a picture, like a screenshot or something, and then you can kind of let me know what you think of this. Does this resonate with you? I've only used this book a couple times, so it does help if I get some feedback from people. So I'd be happy to see what you guys think of these poems or these quotes here. So anyway, I want to thank you for watching group 2. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like my content. I am hoping to get to 8,000 subscribers soon, and I really would appreciate your help. And if you're interested in getting a private, personalized reading, you can go to my Etsy shop link in my description box below, and you can shop for a private reading there. And I have readings that are starting as cheap as $10. So it's not a lot of investment or risk or anything. So anyway, I want to thank you for watching, and I'm going to move on to group 3. Okay, group 3. This is your reading. You picked the adventuring. So adventuring is the heart chakra. This is green. It's representing the heart chakra, and it means that it's promoting love, peace, calm, but also power and confidence and compassion. So, which is real interesting that this one came up for this. And I have to tell you all, this is a blessing. I know that you won't think that it's a blessing, but you're living the 12th house life right now. Which honestly, 12th house, water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, 8th house, 12th house, 4th house. These are good, important houses, okay? They are tough, though. They are called the moksha houses. They're usually kind of unlucky, is how people see them. And that's not saying that you're going to get anything that's unlucky here. It's just you are being blessed with having to evolve, unfortunately. But you have to know that this is going to be an amazing turning point for you in the month of April. And this is why it's a blessing. And that's why your spirit guides gave you this pile. This is a blessing. So don't think about it any other way. I know that this is tough. So what this is, the 12th house. 12th house is, God damn it, not staying in my hand. 12th house is important because it is the house of absolution. It's the house of hidden enemies. It's the house of secrets, the secrets you might be keeping. And when I say absolution, for those of you that are not familiar with that word, I know I have a lot of English as second language viewers. The absolution is like seeking like resolution, seeking forgiveness, seeking being absolved of one's sins, is like having the negative things in your life being cast off of you by someone else. Like someone absolves you of your sins, like God absolves you of your sins. They wash it away. And that's kind of what this is saying. So this is good for you because you may have a burden that you are carrying around. And that's what this house can also represent, is like an emotional secret burden that you carry. And I'm seeing this in rebirth as well. So I hope you guys are still here. Let me know if you're still in this reading, if you're strong enough to be here. I knew that this reading would probably make some people run screaming into the night. And I'm so sorry for those of you who had to leave. But for those of you who are still here, this is a rebirthing process for you. You are becoming a more compassionate, warm human being. And that's what's great about this card here. So 12th house is also the house of Pisces, right? And Pisces is ruled by Neptune and also Jupiter. And there's that spirituality there's spirituality in these placements and these signs. So you might have Pisces placements that you are looking to unlock right now, or Neptune aspects that you're looking to heal. Things like this, places where your insecurities lie, as a secret, I'm seeing a lot of positive things here, though the problem is transformation can be kind of painful or stressful for us. And the way I'm seeing this, though, with this rebirth card is you are going to be reborn, but this is a burden that you carry. This is why I have worry here. There's definitely some kind of guilt here. And especially with the 12th house is also like a martyr's house, the house of martyrdom. So taking one for the team, perhaps. So whatever it is that you are casting off is for the greater good. And you may be taking one for the team, but it is something that will elevate you spiritually and maybe socially too. But we have worry here, and it says, I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. So I think that in April, you're going to be coming to terms with something that's been on your mind for quite a while. You're going to be deciding that worrying about it and fretting about it are not going to make it better. And you're going to decide to cast it out. And the thing is, there's fear here. There's a lot of fear here. And that's the thing, is that you're going to be able to transform. And because this is the mode, like the modality, I guess, the mode of modus I don't know. I don't use that phrase very much, but I want to say modus operandi or whatever. I don't know. But fear is here, and this is the mode of which your rebirth will be coming from. And I don't want to scare you. This is not a prediction that something bad will happen. This is saying that you will overcome your fear, or your fear will push you towards something that changes you in a profound way. This is probably the most difficult blessing that you'll be getting out of all of the piles, but also it is the most pivotal and important. All these other piles, it's just like, it's not going to be that life-changing. This is important, and you don't want to run away from this. This is you have to have a brave face. Now, why I'm prepping you up like this is because of what I'm seeing in the cards as the past, the present, and the future, and what it is that this rebirthing is going to be revolving around. And I have the Page of Pentacles as the past. The present is the King of Swords. And then the future is the Five of Swords in reverse. So, what I'm seeing here with the Page of Pentacles is it looks like a dispute between two people. It looks like there could have been some kind of falling out with another person. Unfortunately, this person may not, not unfortunately, not like I want them to do anything wrong, but I'm thinking that maybe part of you knows that you might have caused this problem, and you're having difficulty coming to terms with that. And I think that if something has happened to one of you, it was as a result of a very harsh response, maybe a knee-jerk reaction to some other stimulus from this person. Now, I'm wondering for some of you, if this is like a reversed, if you're the person who's going to be forgiving somebody, this might be relevant to you, but I'm really getting the sense that this is the person that's going to be absolved. So, and the reason why I say that is because your advice is this. It says, accept that sometimes you're wrong, and it's okay to be wrong. And the thing is, though, the thing that you want to learn about this and to learn about yourself is, why are you afraid to be wrong? It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be misguided sometimes. It's okay. You're only human. And I think that this is a bigger story for you than just being wrong about a spat or doing something that fell flat. It's so much more than that, because the reason why you are ruminating is because you know that it's wrong. But, and you're deep down, your conscience is saying, yes, this is wrong. But it is also showing you that you're using this fear here, this fear to kind of ruin your life. You're letting your fear ruin your relationships. And basically, we are stubborn because we don't want to admit that we're wrong, right? We want to be perfect. We have an image that we want to uphold. You're not a bad person. You think you're not a bad person, and you are not a bad person, but we always have to defend that part of ourselves, like, just because we know that if we admit that we're wrong or that we made a mistake, that, somehow that is just a big strike against us. But holding on to something with a death grip is not going to make anything better. If this is a situation that you need to apologize in, holding on to a death grip on this is your fear getting the better of you. And, if we have to learn to admit that we're wrong in order to change as people. We need to acknowledge that we do things that are mistakes and we say stupid things. And if we didn't feel uncomfortable, then we wouldn't change. And you also feel uncomfortable, no doubt. And don't see that as a bad thing. Don't see this fear as like an indicator of this person being bad, or you or it being wrong for you to acknowledge it. You want to see this as a method for change. So it's not as bad as you think. I think that by apologizing or by making nice with this other person, I think that you will evolve spiritually. You will ascend. You will be so much more than you were before. Like it's so hard to sell you on this because it is difficult, but water houses are challenge. Water signs are challenge. They are the hardest signs to have in the zodiac, in my opinion. Because you live in a world that is very spiritual inside, but outside you have to live in a physical world, and you have to manage having intuitive thoughts and psychic thoughts and feelings, and you have to also manage living in the world with people that don't feel that way and don't understand you like you understand them, and it's very difficult. And that's why I'm saying you really need to give yourself a break if you make mistakes. You say weird things, you act strangely socially or whatever. It's very difficult. These are houses and signs, though, that bring you towards ascension as a greater being. That's why it's so hard, because it's so important and transformative. And I want you to see this pile as like it's a vitamin, basically. You're taking a really bitter pill. But it's going to transform you so much. So April may be tough, having to accept that you might have done something wrong, and maybe having to swallow your pride and apologize to someone. But you also need to see that May is the month after that, and that could be completely different. This whole thing, this experience may change your whole world, change your mind about so many different things. And the months that follow after that could be cloud nine. They could be so much more than you could ever imagine if you hadn't done it, hadn't taken this for the team. I hope that makes sense to you guys. I know that a lot of you probably dodged this bullet, be like, oh no, this isn't my pile, I'm not ready to face this. But some of you are, and I want you to know that by facing this, I really want to stress this, that you are doing an amazing thing. If this is truly resonating with you, and you do need to apologize, and you know this, and you're afraid to because you don't want to be wrong, by doing this, you are gaining good karma. You're gaining a higher rebirth, because it is hard. So I don't want you to think for 1 second that this is bad news. This is giving you an opportunity to really grow on a spiritual level. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that, because I'm not going to push that anymore. But I am going to take extra messages for you, for those of you that are like, man, this sucks. Because I understand. I'm exactly the same. I'm a Scorpio heavy person. I'm a water person. I'm also air, so I overthink. So I know where you're at if you're water people. So let's see here. What other messages do we have for group 3, please? Okay, interesting. So 3, third house, communication. This may be a positive communication. And I think that maybe this might turn out being something completely different. Like you might go up and expect to have to curb stomp someone. Or you might expect to have to fight like hell if you were to communicate with this person. But you might find that this communication is much more peaceful than you thought it would be. Interesting. So, and that's something too, is, looks can be deceiving. 12th house is not always, things are not always what they seem. So, let's see here. This is garbage. I don't know why that's looking, sorry, it's like my junk drawer. I just put stuff in there. If I'm I don't know what to do with this right now, I'm going to just stick it in the charms thing. All right. So, we've got footprints, we got star, we've got shoe. Oh, I think this is woman. This is my woman indicator. So this may have to do with a woman. You could be a woman. This could be, I have this, I think this eagle is, maybe this could be bravery, valor. doing things for a higher cause. I mean, that's how we like to see ourselves. That's how the Americans like to see ourselves, is doing things for a higher power. We can live in that fantasy. But I'm wondering if this is kind of a message to you that you need to tap into that valor, that bravery that we have here. We've got the heart. Oh, that's sensitivity. That's this is saying that, you may be met with more compassion than you actually expected to receive in whatever this is. And we also have, this is probably we have these little footprint charm, right? This is a child for me. Or no, I'm sorry, this is crossroads. I'm seeing a development here, though you might have some choices to make, and that's okay. We've got the Eiffel Tower. Maybe there's something to do with French people. Maybe this has to do with romance, too, because, France is, Paris was that city of love or something? I've never been, but I know that France is associated with romance, and I think maybe that might be here. We also have a bird. It's an owl here, so there's some wisdom here. He's a mad-looking owl. Like I said, I think this is, and this star as well. This is an aspiration to a greater thing, and so if you come back for May, blessings for May, it may be completely amazing, the best pile out of all of them. And I think that this communication, though, they're saying this communication is going to go okay. I don't think that you have to be frightened or worried. There is hope here in the star. There is healing in the star. There is healing in the heart. So I think that you should expect to be met with compassion. And actually, from here, though, things may change and go in a different direction, because we have the crossroads. This is saying that from there, new options may arise, and they may not be anything that you ever thought about. They may be brand spanking new, not even related to like anything. Like, I don't even know if this is like some weird cosmic reward. Like, say this happens and you go on your merry little way, and then after this, somehow, like, the dominoes have fallen in such a way that now there is a new option for you. There is a new direction. There's a new path. Even if this person isn't with you, or maybe this person is with you, and together you somehow see a new option. And there's a lot of new options too, like new pathways. It's very interesting. I really want to know what you guys think, group 3. You are my special group out of this entire reading. You are my special group. I'm very invested in your success, and I want to know everything there is to know about this, if you're willing to tell me, because I think that you're very special people, and what you're about to do is going to be really good. It's going to be really, really good. So I've got a book here, my Magic Oracle book. Magic Oracle book. Please give me one last message for group 3, please. I'm not looking. I'm just feeling. See if this is resonating or makes any sense to anybody. Kind of feeling it over here. All right. Oh, this blank. Let's see. It says, he would rather have clean sheets than my poem, but as long as I don't bother her, she's glad to know I care. That is Fleda Brown. I write my mother a poem. He would rather have clean sheets than my poem, but as long as I don't bother her, she's glad to know that I care. I'm not sure what that means. I also felt another one over here, though. Hang on. I felt music. Let's see. So this one says, of my desires, whereat I weep and sing in joy and woe, as in a doubtful ease, for my sweet thoughts sometimes do pleasure bring. But by and by the cause of my disease gives me a pang that inwardly doth sting. Henry Howard, Earl of Surrey, alas! So all things now do hold their peace. Now, I know a lot of you are very educated people, and I keep saying this in every group. I don't use this book very much because there's so much old English, and I'm not great with it. So I'm going to show you, and you can take a picture, hopefully. Take a picture, and then kind of tell me what the heck how this resonates with you. Now, then there's this one. And I would really love to know, like, last time I used this book, I had so many people speak up. They're like, oh, no, this means this, and this old word means that. And I'd love to hear from you, really, 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 truly, because I'm an idiot when it comes to English and literature. So anyway, I want to thank you for watching Group 3. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like my content. I am looking to get to 8,000 subscribers soon, and I would love your help. If you'd like a private reading with me, maybe to get better, more unique guidance regarding this situation, whatever it may be, I do have readings starting at $10, so if you wanted to give that a shot, you can find it in my Etsy shop, and the link to that is in my description box below. So I want to thank you for watching, and I'm going to move on to Group 4. Hi, Group 4. This is for those of you that have picked the rose quartz. This is your reading. So something to note about rose quartz is it can be representing the sign of Scorpio, if that resonates with you. It can talk about self-love. It can talk about having an open heart. It can talk about friendship and healing grief and removing negativity from your life. It's a very powerful stone for healing and, feeling better. Emotionally, mostly. So let's take a look here. So, I'm going to be taking charms, so stick around at the end, and I'm also taking oracle book messages. So you got illumination. So April 2021, we're looking at bringing the light in. I have a feeling that you might have been experiencing a lot of darkness in the last couple months. You might be feeling quite depressed. You might feel like, humanity's failed you. I'm just seeing a whole ton of emotion here with this Ace of Cups in your past. Right now, you are doing a little bit of work on yourself, though. And I see you writing like crazy, by the way. You are writing like crazy. I don't know what you're writing, but you're writing. And I'm seeing with the gratitude journal, I'm thinking that maybe this is, so there we go, gratitude journal. With gratitude card, I'm thinking that you have a gratitude journal that you're working on right now, maybe, or some kind of, or you could be writing something like a memoir or something. I don't know. But we see gratitude. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. For some of you, I really feel like, for some of you, I'm wondering, especially with the third house, I am seeing possibly maybe some psychiatric issues. And not saying like psychiatrics, like, I hate the stigma that comes along with mental health issues. I am the biggest advocate for mental health for people, like, good, important changes and benefit, like improving mental health. And I don't want to make anybody feel like it's a bad thing at all. We go through it, and it's usually all of us have some kind of instance of that. But it looks like you might really be in it as of late, and I think that it's very heavy. It weighs very heavy on you. And when I see this illumination card, I'm happy to tell you that light is at the end of the tunnel, I think, for you. And if not right away, I think that you will be turning a corner, making a really big milestone in the month of April when it comes to your mental health and your emotional health. And I think that for those of you that I'm seeing this writing, I'm seeing that maybe this gratitude is coming from a gratitude journal. For others, I want you to say that depending on the severity of how you feel, it says, I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. And I want to softly put that there for you if that is something that you are struggling with. I think that you will find that you are thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. I will just stick that there for you. But I'm seeing that as a very positive turn of events. I think that the sun, for those of you that are still kind of living in the winter doom and gloom sort of coldness, that sharp pain of winter still with you, I think that in April that you're going to get hit with like a big waft of spring air, and I think that you're going to start to come out of this. And like I said, whatever work you're doing to benefit this, I'm seeing that this will improve. Now, the reason why I'm not going to say that, I'm saying you turning a corner, and I'm not saying that, you're done. No problem. Everything's better. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you have the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is talking about steady improvement. It's also about taking a break and getting your mind in the right place, and it's a moment of rest. The Nine of Wands is about rest before you pick up those 10 wands and you go for the finish line. It's going to be like a reprieve, basically, between the bad and then the better. So for some of you, maybe this is a stage where you've gone from very sad, depressive energy, like really depressive, and then April, maybe it's just a little numb, like, oh, well, I'm not really feeling any which way about anything, but at least I'm not suffering like 100%. So you might have that feeling there, and you might have to push yourself to do some things to get your interest back in them. And then in April, and then in May, maybe you're starting to pick up energy again. You're getting your steam back. You're starting to see things in a different way. So whatever therapies you're doing for yourself, I think that those are going to be improving. And it's going to start becoming noticeable in the month of April. So if you're looking for the sun to come out, I think that it will in April. And this is your mode of operations, like how I keep saying mode of operations. This is how you're going to make it happen. This is how, and it's trust. And I think that you're just going to keep the faith. And the thing about the illumination here is, allowing the sun to come in. And here I have avoid it like the plague. This is my advice card that I made. Avoid it like the plague. And I think that what that's saying is that you want to make sure that in order to continue this success, you want to avoid things that are triggering you. If you, say, for instance, are having a real hard time with like a heartbreak and you keep going to pick a card readings and they keep triggering you and you make you feel awful, you might want to avoid that like the plague. If you are mourning the loss of somebody, you may want to take a breather, take a step back from engaging with activities that remind you of that person. If it's not helping you right now, not saying get rid of it forever, but maybe right now is not the right time. For those of you that are maybe suffering from depression due to addictions or things like that, you just want to avoid those triggers like the plague. I don't need to tell you that. I'm sure you know. But this is saying that maybe you need to take a step back from those things as well. Try to avoid situations that are going to cause a flare or cause a relapse. You want to make sure that that is not going to tempt you. But so long as you do that and you just kind of stay the course, because I think that you're already doing great work already. As long as you stay the course, I think that in April you're going to see a really positive turn of events. So just keep that in mind. So I'm gonna pull from this, get some charmed messages for you. Can we get any messages for group 4, please? I need charm messages. What do I have here? Oh, I got my little bean. Okay, what do I got here? Okay, so we've got, that's weird. I don't know what this is. It is a little tiny shield that says citizenship. So I'm not sure, maybe some of you are having issues regarding citizenship, or maybe you're separated because maybe somebody in your family doesn't have citizenship to where you live and it's causing you a lot of suffering. We also see emotion here with this moon card, the star and the moon. We see anchor. This is talking about stability on the horizon here, and it's going to be lasting, okay? So just hang in there, all right? You have this bow. I don't remember what I had the bow representing for me. Promise, maybe? Tying a knot. Maybe it's literally tying the knot, getting married or something. Or, you know, this could be like friendship, maybe, I think. Oh, no, I got bouquet. Well, no, bouquet, yeah. Sorry. I'm trying to remember my definitions for these guys. Let's see. I've got the dragonfly. Oh, dragonfly. That's excellent. I think this is probably a call out to those of you who are maybe struggling with addiction. This is a good positive sign. I think this might be a call out to you. My dragonfly, I'm a fan of Coheed and Cambria. I will let you guys know that. And the dragonfly is really important to an important symbol to that universe, I guess you could say, because it represented the lead singer's father had like a functional addiction his whole life, and that's kind of what this represents here. So I think that might be why that's out there. We also have key. This is freedom. This is really good, actually. I think the key is probably the best symbol in Lenormand. Because it's freedom, it's saying yes, it's saying the truth is here, you are unburdened and unchained, and I think this could be saying that freedom is on the horizon for you. And look at this, we have the cherub, it's little cherub angel here. What this cherub is, you know, for some of you that believe in angels or guidance, this is saying that I think that you do have active protection right now from guides who are watching out for you, and I think that you don't need to feel worried. I think that if you feel hopeless, like there's no one there listening to you, they are here, they're listening to you. I think that there's limitations though to how much they can interact with our world. So when you're asking for you know, like, you know, oh God, I need a sign, I need help, why can't just like you know, a miracle happen and like an angel come down in my room and, you know, talk to me? I think that it takes a lot of energy and a lot of other factors for those types of things to happen. But just because they don't happen doesn't mean that they are not there listening to you. So I want you to keep the faith that they are there. They can work in very subtle ways. Divination is one of them. That's how you can talk to them. But their language is limited, just so you know. It is difficult to have every verbal conversation possibility, you know, conveyed in cards. It's difficult. So you gotta understand that there are limitations. Even if you go to a psychic, a medium, you can only really get part of the picture. So just keep in mind that it's not that they can't do it for you, or they don't want to do it for you, or they don't want to talk to you. Just keep in mind that it's not that they don't want to, it's just like they have a really hard time doing that. But they are here, and they are trying to do things subtly, like making subtle changes, like, you know, blowing a leaf in the wind, goes and hits a guy in the head, and he does this and makes a phone call and changes this, and then somehow it winds its way back to you in the next week, you know. So that's kind of how that happens. So that's something. Now also, I have this little bean. It's a little kidney bean, and that is like a representation of new beginnings. The seeds are planted. There's a lot of potential coming up for you. So let me also get you a quote or a thing here. Now, you guys are, I keep saying this for those who watch more than one pile. I'm sorry for repeating myself, but you guys are probably more literate than me, better with certain things. So for those of you that catch something in here, meaning in these quotes, let me know. So let's see what I come up with. So one last message for group 4, please. All right. I'm not looking. I'm just feeling to see what might make sense, so I don't have to read them all. I had a weird sudden thought that I really want Chipotle. I'm not gonna lie. That just happened. I think it's up here. Let's see here. Let's see. I also saw this one. Okay. I'll read this one because it's big. It's big font. It says, "But now with new and open eyes, I see beneath as if I were above the skies." Thomas Traherne, the 3rd century. And then this one over here caught my eye, or caught my hand, I guess. It says, "But cease thy tears, bid every sigh depart, and cast the load of anguish from thine heart. From the cold shall of his great soul arise, and look beyond, thou native of the skies. This is Phyllis Wheatley. It says, to a lady on the death of her husband. So I'm wondering if you guys can take anything out of this. This from here to here. I wonder if you guys can get any extra meaning out of this. And let me know in the comments section what this means to you. Because I'm bad at English lit. I'm bad at poetry and Old English and all that. I probably have read about 4 books in my lifetime that were like novels. And then this one here, that's the other one that I got there. So you can take a picture of these if you like and then kind of analyze them and let me know what you think, or let me know what they mean to you. Normally I can tell in like a certain situation, but for some reason I'm not able to tap into that today. So I don't know what that's about, but maybe you guys can let me know how these resonate with you. So I want to thank you, Group 4, for watching. If you like my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to help me out, I'm trying to get to 8,000 subscribers. So if you could, hit the like button for me, I'd really appreciate it. And if you're interested in getting a private reading with me, you can get me in my Etsy shop. My link to that is in my description box below. And if you're new to readings, it's always, I have a low investment reading at $10 to start if you want. If you just want to give it a look, and so that's there if you want it. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching, and I'm going to move. Oh, wait, hang on. I forgot this guy here. Shoot. Well, if you guys haven't clicked off yet, Jupiter. Jupiter, have faith. That's one of those things. Jupiter is Zeus. That's a powerful symbol there. Maybe for some of you that are still here, this is for you. This is special for you. Jupiter is the king of the gods, and he brings about abundance and joy and philosophy and travel and like higher things in life, better things in life. So, some of you might have this Jupiter energy if you have this tendency to overthink, over-philosophize, that sort of thing. Try to use that philosophical mind of yours to explore more ways of thinking about the world. So if you're down on your luck or you're losing your faith, try to explore new religions, new philosophies, new ways of thinking, new ways of coping with these types of things. For some of you, maybe you should start to do divination. I hope that those of you who have stuck around, maybe that's your sign. Okay. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching, and I will move on to Group 5. Hi, Group 5. This is for those of you that picked the Peacock Ore. This is your reading. So, something to know about Peacock Ore. It's great for inspiring happiness, joy, self-esteem. I think self-esteem is going to be important here. It also inspires your clarity and creativity, and it's excellent if you're trying to go into like a bit of a rebirth. If you're trying to become a new person or try to reinvent yourself. I feel like this is an excellent stone for inspiration for that. And if you're a Cancer, this stone can be represented by the sign of Cancer. So yeah, that's what that is. Let me know if this resonates with you. This is a beautiful stone, by the way. I'll give you a closer look. Woo, nice. So, what do I see here? So for this month of April, you have these things to look forward to. We have ambition. I am getting an interest. Of course, we got ambition here. What's weird, though, is it's like you're trying to pick yourself up maybe after some kind of loss, maybe. Or you're being, you might be pushed into a role that has much more responsibility. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to mean it is business. This could be you've become a boss, you've become a parent, you've become a teacher or a mentor. For some of you, maybe you've become like an older sibling. I don't know why that was like really calling out to me. Like some of you might be, have like a sibling that is much, much, much younger than you, and there's some kind of role that you might be taking in that. But I'm also seeing, though, for a lot of you that this might be some kind of, I kind of see like social anxiety is going to be maybe somehow a theme. Not saying, because this is a blessing, so don't worry. That's not like what your blessing is, social anxiety. It's saying that I think that if you are preparing yourself to enter this new world of responsibility where people are looking at you, where all eyes are on you, I think that you're going to... I think that maybe you might be experiencing a little bit of trauma because it's like you really want it, but there's some aspect here that's making you nervous. Now we have denial, and it says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. And that's why I'm getting the vibe that you might be kind of an accidental self-sabotager. And I think that's what denial is here for. I think that there is a fear here. And I think that you have a tendency to deny your own opportunities because you're trying so desperately to like, you know, maintain your comfort level. And I think that could be something that we're seeing here. Now, this is why I'm kind of noticing this. So I'm thinking that this is something that stems in trauma, mainly because I see the Ace of Swords, I see the Ten of Pentacles, and these are your past and present. So I'm seeing either, you know, you're rising up to the higher position in your business or your field of study, whatever it is. I'm also seeing that this could show a past where you were like ostracized. Maybe you had a slip of the tongue, and maybe you're still experiencing being an outcast. You know, you still might have outcast mentality, even though that happened like in middle school, you know? And I think that is something that has kind of reared its ugly head, and you're like, man, I thought I got this together, but maybe I'm not over it yet, you know? And I'm thinking that if there's any kind of situation where you now have to rub shoulders with people, because the area of this is the 11th house. This is friends, this is coworkers, this is your colleagues, and transcendence here, you know? We're seeing you kind of like transcending, you know, some aspect of yourself here, but like it's the group. This is what really, like, this is the group, you know? There is a group that you really want to be a part of, but maybe you just don't feel like you can be, or you really you've been striving for this, and maybe you're, you know, waiting to hear back about it or something like that. But like the reason, and this is the thing though, this is excellent too though, by the way, because there's a couple ways to read this star. This is like wishes. This is excellent. Interestingly, Transcendence and 11th house and the star are all sort of explaining 11th house Aquarian things. So Aquarius might be something that's important to you. This could have been something that happened or started in February or January, late January, February. We could be seeing that sort of thing here, but also the star is also here as a healing sort of thing, and it says take time to heal is your advice for the month ahead, is take time to heal. So I think that this, whatever might be happening with this ascension basically to a greater position, or a greater sense of responsibility or a new role in life, whether it's, you know, like I said, it could be parenthood. And then, you know, that has its own, like all of these roles, teachers, parents, bosses, people of authority, they have to oversee groups of people, or they have to answer to society. They have to suddenly be in the spotlight. So, you know, for some of you could be expanding your family, and, you know, maybe right now you're kind of struggling with the, oh my God, I don't want everybody to, like, you know, get up in my business and all of this or that. But this stuff is like rooted in maybe something else, like, you know, some kind of emotional thing that might have happened in the past that you're still sore about. So when I see the take time to heal, I'm thinking that you're probably going to be healing from this, and whatever step you're trying to take forward but maybe holding yourself back on, I'm seeing that you might be allowing yourself to take that step. I'm seeing that this is something that's going to happen. So you're trying to progress to some kind of goal here. That's you know, that is exactly what I can see here. And that goal, you are going to progress to it. And that's another thing about the 11th house. This is talking about goals, aspirations, the things you daydream about. You're going to ascend to that. I really think so. And I think that Denial here is kind of showing that you're going to be tackling this aspect of yourself where you're saying, like, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. That's going to start transforming into, oh my God, yes, I can. What was I thinking? I can totally do this. It's like you might be hit with a new inspiring type of energy. The old baggage is going to, fall off. Through one thing or another. And maybe some of you are actively working to improve this. Maybe some of you just might wake up one day and just not care. And, that happens sometimes. Like sometimes, I don't know, that's happened to me a number of times where I just woke up one day and the thing that I was ruminating about, I just didn't care about it anymore. So maybe some of you, hopefully, will be hit with some kind of miraculous, event where you don't even have to do any therapeutic work. You don't have to go see a counselor. It's like one day you wake up and you're just like, I don't care, whatever, screw them, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing here. So you're kind of stepping into your own abundance, I guess you could say, whatever that may be for you, whether it's money, spiritual, whether it's family, whatever, you're walking into it. And so if this is something that you've been really having your eye on, you'll know what I'm talking about. And I think that that's what we're going to be seeing in April. Is it's either going to be the beginning of it, or it is going to just manifest like that. And I think that you can, pretty well assume that, April's got some good stuff going for you. So I'm going to get some last messages for you, Group 5. What last messages can I give to Group 5 for April 2021? What good things are coming their way? Oh, maybe some of you are getting married. Interesting. Or you could be signing a contract with somebody that might be very important. Maybe you're signing on to a new job, or you're signing a contract to renew something, or you might be going into, it could be at your job currently, but it's like you're going to kind of ascend to a higher position. Let me see here. What else do I see here? Microphone. Some of you are going to be public speaking. I was really feeling this too when I saw this, is something about public speaking might be relevant here, because look, I've got this, it's a microphone. So public speaking, singing, acting, perhaps for some of you. And this is so cool actually, because we've got this 11th house, which is your goals, your dreams, your aspirations. And we also have the star, goals, dreams, and aspirations. Some of you may be really reaching for the stars here, and this might be saying that this is the month that things begin. You may not get a really huge role on a movie or whatever, but I could be seeing that, this is the day the audition happens. This is the day you sign your band to a major label or something like that. Maybe that's what this is. But it's very difficult for you to kind of accept this success, to be honest. And that's why they're telling you to take the time to heal. Maybe try to get down to understand why you might be afraid of success, if that's something that could be happening here. This has been a project long in the making, perhaps, for this Ace of Swords. That's the idea. This is the past, though. This idea has turned into something that's pretty it's gaining traction, at least a little. And with this 10 of Pentacles here, I'm seeing it might be more than you thought it was, to be honest. You might have thought oh yeah, this is my little project, whatever. And then maybe April's the month where you're like, oh my God, I need to quit my job to do this thing, so maybe you got a YouTube channel, some of you, and you're like, I cannot manage work and the YouTube channel at the same time. I'm going to have to pick, oh my God. But I'm seeing some kind of, progress with that. Also, I have the key and the heart. This is lovely. Key is freedom, and the heart is very, very nice too. It's a social symbol. It's about, it could be love, self-love, love of other people, people loving you, compassion. And this could also be opening up to your heart's desires, because the key is about freedom, liberation. So it's very possible this is the month that sort of mentality goes away. Now, I also have the 7. Oh my God, the 7th house. You guys, are you going to be signing some kind of contract? Because 7th house, it's like people, but it's like one-on-one. And it's like legal contracts, legal documents. That's why it's the house of marriage, but it's also the house of, like, you know, business contracts, signing new jobs. Sometimes people have a transit here and they'll get a new job. It's about clients. It's client and, you know, provide, you know, I don't know who the other person would be, provider, you know. If you provide a service, you may begin this service that you're going to provide. But man, though, that's really cool. I want to know, guys, are you trying to sign a contract for something? And like, it really looks pretty awesome with that what's it called, with the microphone. So maybe if you're not trying to if you're not signing a contract, like, are you kind of like getting on the road to start that more in-depth commitment to whatever it is that your focus is? Because that's all another thing, you know, like seventh house is commitment. The ring is commitment. I mean, it's, you know, this is a brand new cycle for the long term. That is awesome. Oh, I got a marble. I don't know what to do with this. This is like my junk jar. Maybe marble. Get the ball rolling. I don't know. What's it look like? Goodbye. Okay. Yeah, there it is. I don't know. I don't know why it's in this jar. Let me get you some Oracle book quotes. Okay. Any more messages for group 5? Lucky group 5. That's another thing I want to point out. 11th house is a lucky house. It's also the house of salary, by the way, too. So you might be making some bigger money. Just thought I'd say that. Anyway, let me pick one of these. I'm not reading these. I'm just kind of like feeling, see what sets me off. I'm not looking at them or anything. I kind of like this one here. What's this? It says, our passions help to lift us. I loved what I could love until I held him, for then all things, every world disappeared. Saint Teresa of Avila, Spain, is the name of the thing. And then kind of want to get another one here. Kind of was like this one up too. It says, all the false notions of myself that once caused fear, pain, have... Okay, hang on. All the false notions of myself that once caused fear and pain have turned to ash as I neared God. Hafiz, Persia. So I will give you these. If you guys are good with literature, and if you are musical people, you might be, or actors, you probably are. Please tell me what this means. That's the Persia one. And then this one, Avila, Saint Teresa. Here. So if you want to pause and read those over, and maybe let me know what you see in those. I'm not nearly as good as you guys when it comes to searching for meaning in these old English and stuff. That's why I keep asking everybody to help me out here. I haven't used this book nearly enough, but maybe you guys can find some meaning in there, and I would love to hear it. So let me know in the comment section what you see in this, and like what the heck some of these things mean. I don't know. So anyway, I want to thank you for watching Group 5. I wish you the best of luck for April 2021. I'm super excited if this is like as big as I think it is. I think it's really fantastic. If you want to get a private reading with me, you can contact me on Etsy. My link is in the description box below, and I've got readings that start at $10. And if you would like my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. I really do appreciate the interactions on here. I try to speak to everybody if I can. I do read all my comments, so you know it does mean a lot to me when you guys respond. And what else? Oh yeah, I'm trying to get to 8,000 subscribers, so if you want to hit the subscribe button and help me get there, I would love that. So anyway, thank you so much, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now.